he's like, oh, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, fucking goddamn. I was like, none of your fucking business. And I take my phone and I tuck it because I know that's the first thing he's going to go for. He's going to try to snatch my phone. And if I scream and get somebody out here, he can be like, oh, this is my girlfriend. She's drunk. We're in Mexico. Nobody's going to question. We'll get to that later because that's what that comes in hardcore. That comes in hardcore later. So I said, oh, fuck, we're not doing this. I jump out of the pool and I sprint. I sprint with the quickness I didn't even know I had to the front desk. These people, they think I'm crazy. They think I'm absolutely batshit. I run up to the front desk. I was like, I don't know who you need to call, but you need to call somebody and get me the fuck out of here. My boyfriend just beat me hardcore and tried to assaulted me. Anyway, they're lost. They're confused. You can clearly tell they've never had this interaction. Like, it may have happened before, but not that they're aware of. They've never had to deal with something like this. I am putting these people in full-blown shock right now. So I figure out that they're not gonna do anything because they don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So you know what? They go down to his room. Keep in mind, I have no financial at this point. I have no cards in my name. I have no bank account in my name. They're like, well, we can go get your stuff. And I was like, fuck it. I'll go get my goddamn stuff. I have a picture of his credit card. I will book a flight home right now. So I walk in. I get my passport. That is it. I get my passport and my Crocs. I put my passport and my Crocs on with hotel staff there. Hotel staff walked me down and let me get my stuff. He was like cool, calm, collected, as they are in situations like this, to make you seem like you're fucking batshit. And me being slightly intoxicated, I'm not as intoxicated as I was. Oh, this is another thing. I'm not intoxicated as I was because I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was all of the movement, all of the stress, all of the heavy breathing, all of the fighting back. But this is trigger warning. If you don't like gross things, plug your ears or turn your volume down. In the middle of like what was going on, what we just discussed, that whole thing, at some point, okay, y'all listen. He stopped attacking me because I said I was gonna throw up. He stopped attacking me because he did not want vomit on him. Not because he was hurting me, not because I was screaming in agony, not because of anything, because he didn't want vomit on him. I said, hey, I'm gonna throw up. You are literally making me nauseous. I'm gonna puke. So I run to the shower and I cover the shower floor. Whenever I say cover, you couldn't see the shower floor. Covered the shower floor in vomit. But this was after like 2 or 3 times of losing consciousness. Anyway, proceed. Anyway, they walk with me to get my passport and they're like, oh, where are you going? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, fuck y'all, I'm out of this hoe. And I just start walking my happy ass, my happy, slightly intoxicated ass with my passport, my phone, and my Crocs down the Cozumel strip, the main strip, like where all the fucking cruise ships come in and stuff like that. Walking my happy ass. He is in the car and he's like driving and he's trying to talk to me as he's driving. And then we get to this like parking lot, port parking lot that is for like rentals or something. And he parks there and he gets out and he starts walking with me. And I take my Crocs off and I'm sprinting down the concrete in Cozumel barefoot with my passport. I said, this man is not stopping me from getting out of here and getting away from him. No, not gonna happen. Eventually we get to like the main part where there's a whole bunch of people around because the nightlife is pretty active, and it was pretty late. I think it was like close to 10 or something like that at this point, 9 or 10. So there's a lot of people out. And by the time we get to like this main port where all the cruise ships are coming in, he's like trying to talk to me in a soft tone. He's like, oh, just come back to the room, like, I'm sorry, da-da-da-da. Keep in mind, this is not the first time on this trip he's put hands on me. This is the worst time, but not the first time. But yeah, so I'm just like, no, fuck you, get me a flight. And I was like, if you don't get me a flight, I'm just gonna throw my passport in the ocean just gonna stay here. You can't take me with you. What you gonna do then? What are you gonna do then, sir? Y'all, whenever I say I am petty and dramatic, I am petty and dramatic. I was like, I'll just throw my... Guess what I did? I stood on business. I threw my passport in the ocean. I did. I made that man go out in the ocean and get my passport for me. I did. I threw that bit. I fucking chunked that hoe straight towards the cruise ship. Straight towards it. I said, sink, bitch, sink. I threw that bitch. I'm barefoot. I'm barefoot, by the way, screaming, sink, bitch, sink, by throwing my fucking passport in the ocean. Anyway, long story short, obviously I didn't get a flight home. We went home together. But yeah, that sums it up. I'm about to read your comments. So pause break to process what you've heard, and I might read some of your comments out loud and respond to them. We have 99 plus from where I'm paused at in my chat, so you guys have a lot to say. We're about to see. If you guys want to also know, like, it's getting late, I'll fit like a little... If you guys are still gonna stay up, I'll answer more questions. Somebody asked what made me want to leave. If you guys want me to go over that, I will. I've been over that before. Yeah. You're in a similar situation. Jesus Christ. If a bitch could speak English, that'd be real cool. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Yes, he was 100% on roids. 100% on roids. Yeah, he made girls lie about their age, and then he started seeking girls that were that age, that he was making the older girls portray themselves as. My pupils are crazy. I don't know what to tell you. They just look like that. Yeah, TRT really does change people. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Again, I appreciate you, like, giving me my support or whatever. I'm not looking. I know you're really being sweet and shit. I just have to state that I'm not looking for sympathy. There's 200 fucking people in here. I have to state that I'm not looking for sympathy. Somebody's recording me right now. Y'all asked, I'm giving you the information. I'm not asking for sympathy, but I do appreciate that you have some emotion and some sympathy towards me a little bit. I feel like I'm portrayed as the devil, but, like, I'm not, I promise. Oh god, guys, I just scrolled to the bottom. How the fuck did I do that? Hold on. Pause. I want to answer all y'all's questions. Hold on. Okay, we're back where we were. It's okay. We're all good. Everything's good over here. I'm doing great. I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for checking. I hope you're doing great too. Thank you, guys. I appreciate your support. You're so sweet. It's okay. It's like, I don't know what else to say other than it's like, okay, because you can't take it back. It wasn't your fault. And processing it is a process. You know what I mean? Processing it is a process. My jaw's on the floor. Yeah. Respectfully, that's not the craziest thing that's ever happened. You should go check my ex to check. Mine thought, yeah. Okay, so that's the thing, is like, the fake seizure, especially it being mentioned to me multiple times, is weird. It's odd. Okay, so, like, any picture you've seen of me with, like, bruises and stuff, if I did go back to him, it was a whole ordeal, and he was angry for a while, but as long as he could suppress it, and I keep hiccuping, and I deleted what I had to say and the evidence, he was fine. Because if anybody came at him with, oh, her, like, there was a long time there, like, in our lives and stuff, people would be like, her eye, whenever my black eye happened. And he blamed it on me hitting myself with the car door. Like, he always had an excuse. My tailbone was broken? Oh, that's no good. Restricted airway is no joke. It does make people... It does more than people think. God, guys, I can't read either, apparently. It really does. Would y'all stop talking about my pupils? I don't know why. I don't know why, okay? They just look like that. I promise. You guys want me to take a test? I'll take a test for you. I'll post it. I don't give a... I'll do a live. I'll do a live with the test. That's just what my face looks like. I'm sorry. Do you think that man apologized? You think that man apologized? You even are questioning? No. No, that man still, to this day, after getting time for trafficking, is crying for himself in court. No, he didn't apologize. Your cat has a mohawk? I love that for him. It can also be medication. What medication are you talking about? I'm not on medication. I don't take medication. I just explained how much of a fight it was to get me to take medication. I don't like medication. Thank you. Like, physically chase after me? 100%. He, like, his first thing whenever I started walking away was to get in the car and start following me. And whenever I wasn't listening to him and getting in the confined space, private space with him, like he wanted me to so he could scream and try to attack me more, he parked the car and then started chasing me on foot, like following behind me on foot. Bro, I am that one girl. He was an awful guy. You're here to do my house chores? Housewife for you? It would be appreciated. I'm my own housewife. Listen, I know it was a bad idea to just walk down the, like, out somewhere where, like, it's very far away from, like, where I'm from. It's a foreign area. I don't know who's around. But honestly, I was not staying in that hotel room. I was not doing that. And to be honest, it wasn't that bad, which, okay, listen, I don't really know a whole lot, if that makes sense, but I feel like it could go both ways, but I feel like an area where, like, cruise ships are, especially, like, we walked around the area in the daytime. To be honest, it was sketchier in the daytime than it was the nighttime. At nighttime, a lot of the tourists come out more because they're there for the nightlife. Like, the locals go in and they go to bed. So it felt more safe because if they're not local, then it felt like less of a chance to get nabbed, and it seemed like a safer environment. Because either way, I could have ended up very dead. But you know what? I wasn't dying by that man's hand. No, not me, never. Not by that man. You miss me so much. I don't know if somebody recorded it. I don't give a fuck if you recorded me. Suck a dick. Thank you, I appreciate it. If I get one more comment about, guys, I really don't know. I don't know. I haven't consumed anything. I haven't done anything, I promise. Like, y'all are delusional, crazy, psycho. Always find some kind of something, you know what I mean? I think that if I described the worst time, I don't even know what kind of platform I would need and how many warnings I would have to give for that. That's a lot. The worst time he abused me, it's a lot. Like, I don't even know where I could post the whole thing, say the whole thing without getting some kind of repercussion for it. Like, it was bad. It was bad, y'all. Like, again, with the timing of the universe really did not want me to die at this man's hand, and it was fighting for its life. Because Cosmo was bad, but this was before that, and it was bad. Like, I can't even really, like, bad is not even a good word to describe it. It was petrifying. It was horrifying. When I'm just gonna tell you this because I don't want to go and, like, again, there's details that, like, I really cannot say, like, especially on here. But whenever the cops show up to your house and have a private conversation to where they don't think they can hear you, but you hear them say, "What the fuck happened? I've never seen someone just get beat and look this deformed and have this many X, Y, and Z kind of injuries," is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. And on top of that, it wasn't even the X, Y, and Z injuries. It's what they walked in on. And if they didn't walk into that time, I probably wouldn't be alive. But beside the point, it's what they walked in on that shocked them. That would shock anybody. It was the worst time of my life. And to be honest, that time was the worst time for that moment in time, like in between, like, actually getting hit and the actions that he was doing. But what the cops walked in on was not the first time he did that. Should I just say it? I've already got 2 restrictions. Do you guys really want to know? Oh, yeah, his little boohoo, poor me, petty ass fucking TikTok, she hit me too. You can tell those are defensive wounds. There for a while at the beginning, I used to fight for my life. That's not to say, like, I gave up, but I realized that, like, fighting him wasn't the thing, and that gave him ammo every time to say that he got injuries too. So it sounds bad, but I just started taking the beatings, if that makes sense. I would try to, like, defend myself, but I wouldn't try to defensively attack him anymore. I stopped doing that very early on because I realized it wasn't going to work. Okay, so do you guys want to know? Hold on, you guys got a lot of questions and I got a lot of answers. So I think the reason that he had a disliking for drinking has to do with the mother of his children. So I think that he was very controlling, even with her. They were together for a long time. They have 2 fucking kids. They were never legally married or anything like that. But she started nursing, and I guess they were, like, on a very straight white picket fence, no drinking, no nothing. Kind of relationship because they had 2 kids or whatever. She got into nursing. I guess she met some people, found out that going out to the bars and drinking was fun, got more into it, became really into it. He got his controlling, fed up fucking ways as he does, which I never really understood. Like, let a person be, you know what I mean? If she wants to and she's not doing it excessively, like, by her getting more into it, I mean, like, she started realizing how much of a piece of shit he was for trying to control her in that way, and he didn't like it. So he started turning his hatred towards the drinking because he thought the drinking was what was making her do it. I think for him to have his first relationship with 2 children after 10 years end because he was controlling, he needed another way out of that to not make it his fault. So he blamed the alcohol, and he just forever did. She opened my text message. Like, we were really, really cool until she showed up on the witness list for him. Like, a couple days after I left his house, I still had the car and she was having car problems, I told her I would pick up the kids from her mom's house. Like, we were cool. We were cool, bro. And then I don't know what happened. Okay, we're reading comments again. I gotta refresh it every couple times, and I gotta scroll up a lot because y'all be talking. So yeah, that's why I think the alcohol was like a problem. He couldn't blame it on himself because he's such a narcissist and couldn't hold the fact that he was trying to control another human being and their actions to a T. Yeah. Okay, hold on. We got a lot of comments. Pause. Thank you. I appreciate it. But, like, that's the only, like, real logical thing I can think in my head, and I feel like it's the most accurate, you know? Apollo? Yes, I met him on Tinder. He was under a fake name and a fake age. Yeah, they'll make you feel batshit, bro. What's the craziest? I don't know. Do y'all want to get into that? I'm just gonna tell you, like, thank you. I appreciate it. What? That's crazy. Weirdly enough, prolonged head trauma can cause your pupils to do that. Nurse here. I already told y'all I got a lot of brain damage. Look, a nurse is even telling me. See, I'm not on drugs. Oh, that's good for you. I love that for you, girl. But keep your snowflakes over there. I don't want them. Why are people trying to self-diagnose? I don't know if it's a self-diagnosis because they're not me. I don't know what word you're looking for, but I don't think it's a self-diagnosis. Oh my god, twins. Oh, I 100% saved my life by leaving that room. Whenever I don't even remember fully getting my swimsuit on, to be honest with you. Everything from me getting up off the floor, putting my swimsuit on, grabbing my phone, and getting to the pool was a blackout. And thank the universe for that door being unlocked. I'm a Taurus. When did I know I needed to leave? I knew I needed to leave a lot sooner than I left. Like, a lot sooner. Like, probably a year and a half before I left, I knew things were getting bad. Like, really, really bad. And they weren't gonna change, but I was already so committed to thinking that he could be different because I was in love with him that I blind can't see. And you guys also have to remember, I had 2 other small human beings I had a connection. Like, I still have a connection. I miss them to this day. Like, you can't go 4 years of parenting children to not seeing them cold turkey without it hurting all the time. You know what I mean? That's what really, like, him buying me stuff, sweet talking me, whatever, was always, like, part of it, but always in the back of my head was, like, the kids. Because they also were relying on me. I was a consistent person in their lives, too, and I'm not going to rip that away from them. Fuck my emotional side of it. I can be emotional all I want to. They're children. So, like, yes, I love that man, but I also had connections to 2 smaller human beings that were more vulnerable to the situation than I was. Don't ask why I'm still awake. I can't sleep. We're about to go to bed. I'm a Taurus. Okay. Y'all want to know the worst thing? I can't keep up with these comments. If I keep answering them, we're going to be here all night. if your comment didn't get answered, or if you had something that didn't be said, that I didn't read, that you want me to read, that you need to be said, just type it again. You guys ready? I know I have sad eyes. I get told that all the time. So I'm gonna talk a little bit over here. You know those fun little things, that people like to own, that have shells in them. Full-blown shotgun shells. Yeah, in my face, one pump, and trigger will pull away from not having a head. That's all I'm gonna say. Hopefully that doesn't get me too much. Yeah, that's what they walked in on. It was like right here. Right here. Right here. Line of sight. In between my eyeballs. That's what they walked in on. They came flying through the house and they tackled his ass. For sure. Yeah, that was petrifying, but that wasn't the first time I had a pew-pew put in my face by him. It was later on after that, but not the first time. But a shotgun is crazy. He really wanted my head gone. Crazy. He really wanted it gone, bro. That's the thing. That's the thing, y'all. So that's whenever I kind of look back and I realized that I really, really, really messed up. And I kind of think what his lawyer did, if not illegal, was almost illegal. I was 19, and again, I was fully committed to making this relationship work. Fully committed. Fully committed, fully believed everything. Loved the kids, loved him, everything. We get to court, like we have been separated because we literally have to be separated after this. I really was petrified, but I kind of sat with it, and for some reason, I just accepted that's part of who he is. Fuck me, right? Okay, we get it. And his lawyer, who was in court to defend him against me, his paid lawyer, came up to talk to me in person and tell me and give me a sob story about how if I didn't try to at least drop everything that he couldn't remove, that it was going to ruin his life and I was never gonna see him again, and all this X, Y, and Z, like literally manipulating me to drop these charges and just give him anger management. So that's what I did. He literally looked at his lawyer, hired him, said, hey, dude, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I did that, but she's a dumb girl. Just talk to her a little bit. I guarantee is how the conversation went. And guess what? It fucking worked. Fuck me, I know, my bad. And I did go back, but like, y'all, what else was I gonna do? Like, you don't understand. It's not even like the physical abuse that really gets you. It's the verbal and the emotional. The fact that they can run you down, and your self-confidence and how you view yourself and your whole circle of support, how they can run that down in such a short period of time where you feel like you're reliant on that person because that's their goal. No matter what they do to you, you're always going to feel like you're reliant on them, because they make you feel like they're the only person who can love you for what you are, because most of the time they find people, not saying this in a negative way because I'm saying this for myself, that are a little messed up already and who are vulnerable enough to believe that, and they're so good at giving false promises that sound true just to rope you back in. A lot of it is not even like them like physically doing anything to you. The fact that he could run me down so bad to where I thought if I wasn't with him, if I wasn't being loved by him, I was nothing, I had nobody, I was never gonna be anything, nobody else was gonna love me. The fact that he could make me think those things, crazy, you guys. It's fucking insane shit. Oh, we got weirdos in here. It's fucking 2:30 in the morning. Take your keyboard warrior ass to fucking bed. I bet your fucking fingers have six packs. Rot in hell. That's another thing. It's like, yes, I can talk about all the bad. Everything bad. But there's also, like, good stuff. You know what I mean? Like, now it's just kind of like a passing emotion. Like, oh, that was him being sweet to me because he was an asshole. But, like, whenever you're in the moment and they've been so mean to you and they've chewed you out or they've physically hurt you, and they come and they're so sweet and they're cuddling with you, they're watching movies with you, they're playing video games with you, they're doing skincare routines with you, like, it's shit they wouldn't, like, really want to normally do, but they realize they fucked up, that they need to take something positive, or buying you something, or X, Y, and Z, you know what I mean? They're so good at doing that stuff that you feel like a rundown shell of a human being whenever they're not around, and it takes a long time. It takes a long time to recoup from that. For somebody to drag your self-worth so low that you just feel like a hollow human that doesn't have an existence, a personality, or any confidence without that person attached to you, it's a lot to process. Because they just make you feel like you're their object. Like, you wouldn't exist, you don't exist, you shouldn't exist without me. Sorry, I'm reading. Oh. Let's talk about my safety for a second. I really hope the justice system does not let me and the other women out there down by letting this man out. But let's just say there's a possibility of this happening. This man has fully stalked in person me before. Like, I've caught this man in my backyard while we were broke up and I had my own independent living space that I was renting. I caught him in my backyard. So yes, I am scared for my safety. I am petrified for my safety. What do you think's next in life? I'm just flowing with it right now. I'm in a content enough place that I'm just kind of letting it be. I don't have anything too exciting, too big of a goal that I really want to do right now. Like I was talking about this earlier. I think that I do have things, but they're definitely for sure later in life let me process and become a better human things. But yeah, what did he do that made me fall in love? I think that, again, people like him and anybody that's ever been in a situation like that can understand in some sense within themselves that they are a broken human being, and a lot of the time have been the pillar for people and not had a pillar of emotional support or a way to feel like they're genuinely loved and supported. They come from bad families, or they somehow from a young age, like myself, became like one of the main caretakers. So many things that could play into this. And then you get somebody who sees that as an advantage to very quickly, very fastly grab on to every insecurity and vulnerability that they see in you and use it to their advantage. So, like, a lot of broken people just want human connection, if that makes sense. Like, they want somebody, they're just kind of sick and fed up, as I was, of just not feeling loved or appreciated or accepted by who they're around, or they've had trauma where it's very pertinent to their existence to have that, and they're very reliant on that, again, as I am. And you find somebody like that who is just willing to take every insecurity, vulnerability, trauma experience you've ever had to make you slightly broken and use it for themselves. If you want lots of attention, they'll shower you with attention. Money is not a thing. They do not give a shit. They will buy. They will show up with random shit that you said, oh, I like that, in passing. Like, it's weird shit like that. And it's not only the fact that, like, oh, you get stuff, oh, da-da-da-da. It's really, like, at the beginning, like, especially within, like, the first month of meeting somebody like that, I feel like it's them trying to get a broken person's, like, their whole fingers wrapped in that broken person's brain to where what they're seeking, they are going to make that person feel like they're fully going to provide that all of the time. And again, broken people are going to be like, oh, this is great. Like, there's no negatives. Like, oh, this is it. And then whenever the negatives start coming in, they've already got all of their fingers in every fold of your brain, and you can't get out. Like, it's crazy. I think it was really just, like, especially, like, at the point that he did meet me, I was very low, and he could tell, if that makes sense. And that's what they seek. That's what they love. That's what they gravitate towards. And to be honest, people with trauma, especially from their childhood, etc., are more vulnerable to be targeted, which is sad, but it's how they succeed. Am I still engaged? That's a wild question. Hell no. Get ChatGPT. You can suck my nuts. Why do I need that? Good night. I do not carry. I think he thinks I'm pretty cool. I hope he thinks I'm pretty cool. Sorry, I'm reading. Pause. Can we do more story times? Like what? Guys, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. No, so what he's doing now is applying for an appeal, and if that apply gets approved, then he can file for an appeal. But his filing to even try to get an appeal to where he can appeal is being reviewed by, I believe, the same judge that gave him his sentence, so it's very unlikely she'll even approve him to get an application for an appeal. I think it was a she. I don't remember. From what I heard, he's broke as a motherfucking joke, for the most part. None of your damn business. Motherfucker. It's okay. It's okay. You can go check the mugshots for yourself. They say enough. They say enough, y'all. You can't get fucking derma roller and finasteride in fucking jail. Sorry, you can't. Womp womp. $12,000 for what? For what? To be in pain for a month and to have it fall out? Haha, you fucking loser. Bitch ass motherfucker. Ooh. Y'all listen. All I'm asking for is 10 minutes alone in a room, no repercussions, tied to a chair. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. That's it. That's it. That's it. Because the things I would do, all the things I would do. Oh my god, this man makes me want to do things I never even thought I could have the thought of doing. Like, 10 minutes alone in a room, no repercussions, tied to a chair. Please, give me the time of day. Like, please. Like, the agitation that runs through my fucking body. It's so crazy how so much love can turn to so much hate, aggression, and frustration and agitation. It's crazy. It's crazy. Imagine his dad. Whose dad? 32 years, I believe. So he'll be 69, ironically. That's crazy. I think. Maybe, no, that's 30. No, he'll be 65. He'll be 65. Around 65. If he serves his full 34, 32, whatever it is. I think I heard 36 going around for a while, and I did the math with 36. Yeah, 36 would be 69, I think. Yeah, it would. So, yeah. Who? What? This person's so weird. You're a weirdo. Get out of here. Okay, cool. I didn't actually know. I heard 32, I heard 34, and I heard 36. So, I don't know. Well into his 60s. Oh, 100%. 100%. I hope he gets what he fucking has coming for him. Listen, all I'm asking, 10 minutes alone in a room, no repercussions, tied to a chair. Yeah, that's his real name. Everybody keeps messing up his middle initial. I've seen Michael C. Hall. I've seen Michael J. Hall. I've seen Michael M. Hall. It's Michael Wayne Hall. It's Michael W. Hall. He got into a fight. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Like, y'all gotta clarify who you're talking about. Just Google his name. You might have to put in the state, so like put Arkansas. You should get every mugshot he's ever had. And there's a lot. There's a lot of them. So here's the thing. I never really knew her, if that makes sense. I was already gone whenever she showed up before he went to prison, ever. Like, ever. She was there, I think, with the really, really, really tiny blonde girl and Jasmine. And then I don't really know what happened. And then that whole Jasmine and her thing happened. And then whenever I seen her come back, I was just kind of shocked and baffled and confused. But I really don't know, like, if I had, like, it comes to a point where you can't blame. You can't blame. You can blame, but I was in the same situation a few times at that. I don't really know what the lead up to them was back together type situation. I don't know what that was for. I don't know how that happened. Whatever. But like, it was gross behavior, but there's a point to like where I could understand maybe, but she wasn't even around him that long, so that's where my confusion came in. And then on top of that, you kind of come to the point where there's so much criminal evidence against somebody that maybe it's not a good idea. Who gives a single flying motherfucking shit if you are the one that is being put in danger? I don't care if he never even fucking raised his voice at you. What are you doing with a known violent criminal? That was my whole thing. And not even like we're out here fighting men because we're got reasons, or we really don't have reasons. I guess men just fight, you know what I mean? We're out here hitting defenseless women, of all things. You're a violent criminal that hits women. Like, that's just what baffles me. And there's just like a point where like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Does it make sense? No, it doesn't. Figure it out. He can't contact me. We have no contact order still, I think. So, if you guys are talking about, you're talking about, kitten, whatever, I can't remember her fucking full username right now. I mean, okay. I'm gonna give my blatant opinion. Same thing for Candy, but not to the same extent. I can understand to an extent, whatever, you know, but that's not really my place to talk about why she was trying to get his attention or any of that. That's not, like, I have my own thoughts, feelings, and opinions. I think it's weird. Again, like, a lot of people's favorite thing to say is like, I've heard of a couple people say, I didn't know his real name. Do you know how easy that is to find out? Reverse Google image search. You can find his real Facebook. Anyway, even if you searched his username, you would still find things on him because even the early charges were linked back to his username. Anyway, there becomes so much evidence against a person that it becomes confusing as to why you're getting their attention. But I have spoken to her and she's fine. You know what I mean? Like, she hasn't done anything wrong. I think it's just more genuine confusion than anything, to be honest. I can understand why girls came in whenever Jazz was still there. I can understand that. But even with Jazz being wishy-washy on the situation, anybody that came in after she left initially, I'm just gonna say it, you can hate me, I don't care who you report it to, you're a moron. You're a fucking moron. I'm sorry, but you're a moron. If you were chit-chatting it up with him, you're a fucking moron. And I can't compel the empathy within myself enough to justify you trying to speak to him. My whole thought, feelings, and opinions are, you did it to yourself, shorty. You did it to yourself. But like as a person, she's a decent person. Like I don't really have anything negative to say about her. It's just, shawty, what are you doing? Oh, did he try to stop me from leaving? Hold on. We'll get there. We're reading other comments. Doing what to me? Was he doing what to me? I'm confusion. My eyes. You can piss off. We've been over this 14 fucking times. Kill yourself. I don't know. Oop, they're gonna ban me for that. He's literally physically picked me up from the driveway as I was trying to walk away from the house and leave and put me back in the house. So yes, he has. Multiple times. I know this information. Guys, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong with my eyeballs. You'll get the fuck over it. I really did. Like, there was... Even through a lot of the shit that he put me through, I still had love for the man. Like genuinely, if that makes sense. Like, there's a lot of things that I think you can't take back, things that have happened, especially things that you weren't there for, and you have to come to the realization that you can't change those things, and those things have already shaped that person and into who they are, and they're gonna keep doing things that make themselves worse, like not getting medication, not getting therapy, getting on roids. You have to come to the realization within yourself, like, even if you're not fully disgusted with that person, like once you get fully disgusted, you start understanding more. But